All right, well, that's working now. I'm so frustrated. All right, well, we are 9 minutes into the video before I found out that there was no audio. So that's super. So I guess we will just kind of get started over like I did on Friday. Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out my broadcast today. Today is day 324 of my 3-year challenge to lose 300 pounds. I want to thank you guys for checking out my broadcast. I'm so flustered right now because I'm like 9 minutes into the stream before I found out that the audio wasn't working. I have a thing that I can monitor the audio here, and it plays through my headset like it's playing to you guys. So I don't know what's going on, but this audio sucks with this too because it picks up every noise that's going on around me. In fact, I'll turn that off. It might help out. So I turn it down a bit too. All right. So yeah, today's day 324 of my 3-year challenge to lose 300 pounds. If this is your first time checking out one of my broadcasts, maybe check out a different intro because I'm not going to keep talking about the intro again. So, Jennifer, Carrie, and Eckerline, maybe? I don't know. Thanks for commenting, letting me know that the audio screwed up. I can just kind of go back into the start of what I was going to talk about. So we had a busy weekend. We had a lot going on this weekend. We ended up having, and I'm not going to be able to go without that fan blowing on me. So if you hear it, you're going to hear it, but it's really hot here today. So we had a busy weekend. We had our kids, our younger girls had, or all of our younger kids had soccer. We weren't able to go to their soccer the previous week because we had a wedding. And so this week was their first soccer game that they actually got to play in. So it was nice. I went and watched them play soccer. And then me and my wife run a nonprofit that we help provide diapers to low-income families in our area. And we have an event coming up this weekend. It's like a sale that we do, kind of a fundraising event that we had to do a lot of work this past weekend setting up the sale for next weekend. So Carrie did most of the work as far as getting set up, but I did keep an eye on the kids and, did a little bit of stuff. We have some volunteers that help us out, and so they were able to help out with a lot of the work as well. But the overall, it made the weekend very busy. And then what that in turn does is it makes it very difficult to plan out how to eat the way that we eat. And I've said it in the past, but I'm generally, I don't have much of an issue skipping a meal or going a little bit without food. I fasted for 42 days. I figured out how to go a little bit without food, until I get down to under 200 or down to like 180 pounds. I don't think I have to, and even at that, even if I just missed a meal, even if you're just missing a meal, most people should survive it. There's obviously medical things and other issues involved, but I can miss a meal and not have a problem. But when we have these busy weekends, it gets very difficult for us to get things done. Generally, getting breakfast done, because for me, I don't have a hard time because my day, I pretty much eat a 2-meal-a-day plan. I wake up in the morning, I have oatmeal for breakfast almost all the time, sometimes Ezekiel bread with peanut butter, or we've been making that Ezekiel bread with avocado and this mango pico de gallo that Carrie picks up that is really good. So, but generally I have breakfast, and so that's not tough when we're, out of the house all day. But then it's not being home till late and not doing anything or getting anything in between. When I'm at work, I don't usually eat lunch, but I don't do a lot of effort. I'm not standing, walking, doing things at work that are going to burn up kind of the energy that I had from breakfast very quickly. When we're busy and we're doing things, I do get hungry sooner, but for the most part, I can manage. We did, but it gets tough because you don't know when your next meal is going to be, and we got so much going on. And then even when we do know when our next meal is going to be, and it's going to be like, okay, so we're going to be home at 5:30. We can cook some food up. The kids generally, their food cooks up pretty quick, or we can, a lot of their foods are a little more processed, a little faster to make than ours. And so getting them food's real easy, but they're first too. Carrie, if we're coming home from an event, Carrie gets food ready for the kids, and then we worry about getting food for us. And so a lot of times it pushes eating even later in the day, especially when it's busy. So it gets difficult. But we survived the weekend. The other thing that I don't know how to best balance it, but it's just so tough that we end up, we have snack food sometimes, and then other times we don't have snack foods, so the, it's not easy for us to just, there's not a lot of snack food options out there anyways. So it makes it difficult to do those things. The diet was good this weekend. It was just difficult to find the time to prepare and eat overall. I feel great today. I woke up this morning feeling really good. I took a photo that I had posted on my Instagram that I have it here. It's very posed, but it's just amazing the difference. Carrie says she did a Costco run today. That means we have mangoes. It means we have almond butter. I'm sure we have some other stuff because you went to Costco. Probably some more avocado. Well, Carrie doesn't like to buy the avocados from Costco because they come in like bags that are like 20-pound bags. But we've actually been trying to order avocados from Walmart local to us, and they haven't had them in stock, which is crazy, or that they haven't fulfilled the order. We do like a order online where we drive up and they put it in the trunk. But anyways, woke up this morning, felt great. Figured I'd take a very posed picture in front of a mirror here. Maybe sucking in a little bit, but overall, I mean, the fact that I can even get into that pose, like to make it look like if I'd have sucked in on my before photo there, maybe my stomach would look somewhat flat. But anyways, I thought it was a good photo. The mirror's pretty dirty now that I look at it here up close. But anyways, that's because I got 2 kids under 4 that live right across from that room. So that was, like I said, I was feeling great this morning. It was really nice to, I haven't ruined my good mood yet by hopping on the scale. The scale's still dead. I need to get some, I think, AAA batteries in order to power it up again. But I'm kind of intentionally leaving it dead so I don't really have any temptation to get on there. And like I said, I didn't really even think about it until I was getting on the stream today. But I took that photo this morning. I'm feeling thin, and if I'd have got on the scale and not been down or been the same as I was on Friday, I think I would have been disappointed. I would have been sad. And so ignorance is bliss, I suppose, when it comes to this right now. And I will be getting on the scale here within the next about 10 days. I think, it'll be about 10 days that I get on the scale here again. And so I'll be able to weigh soon enough. I mean, there's been plenty of 2-week periods where I didn't weigh. There's been plenty of 2-month periods I didn't weigh, and there's been a few 2-year periods that I didn't weigh. So if I just got to go a little bit before I weigh in, that'll be fine. Like I said, I've been feeling good. The shorts I was wearing in that photo are really big, and I didn't even wear them. It's weird. I pulled all this stuff out of storage, or I'm kind of pulling stuff out of the bottom back of the drawers, and I kind of, especially with the waist, the pants, they don't fit great because I got too thin. You can put a belt and cinch them, but they look silly. Shirts I can kind of get away with a few. This is a bigger shirt. I probably wore this shirt 100 pounds ago, and I can just tuck my shirt in, and it doesn't look too awful, I guess, sort of like in that photo. But these pants I'm wearing, these are like a 52 waist, maybe 50 something waist. I was big. I mean, I probably could have wore these close to my heaviest because they got like an elastic band to them, but I don't know that I would have fit in these shorts. But they're already too big. Like they're, you know, without having my belt completely cinched down, those fall around my ankles. And so it's kind of interesting going through this clothing, and I've had clothing that I've been able to kind of put away or throw away depending on what I wanted to do with it. And, I talked about it last week, I guess, that I went through that box and found a bunch of different. Carrie says I was wearing 60s. Yeah, I was probably it's really hard to gauge exactly what I was wearing for pants because I didn't wear a lot of jeans when I was at my heaviest. I wore those black pants that I have on in the photo that you can kind of see at the bottom there, or my before photo that you can't see because the chat's over it. But those were pretty much the pants I wore all the time, you know, and unless we had something really important that I needed to dress up for, I'd maybe throw some jeans on if I had some, or some dress pants. So these being 54 and being loose is crazy. There was a pair of jeans I had a pair of khakis down in the bedroom that I tried on that were, I want to say they were 46s that I was able to buckle and put on, like, or to snap the button and put those on. And that was been a while since I wore those, and probably, you know, I probably won't wear them out for a little bit. Well, I don't have any really reason to wear khaki pants for one, but I probably could have pulled off wearing them for that weekend, the wedding that we went to this past weekend, but they would have been a little uncomfortable. I had some black dress pants that we found from somewhere that I put on. Let's see. So yeah, you know, I'm still frustrated that the first 9 minutes of this video is me being muted, because it was great. All the stuff, it was probably the best stuff I've ever said on mic, and it's all gone now. So, but yeah, this weekend I talked a little bit about food, and this was something I was going to talk about that I forgot to. So we were in a spot on Saturday that we had been gone all day because we had soccer in the morning, we had our thing midday, and we were heading home, and we had a car full of the kids, the girls, because my son camped out, he was gone. So we had some of the kids, we were coming home, and we try to get our kids to eat a vegan diet or a non-animal diet. I know that there's vegan foods that aren't great for kids or great for people. You know, you can be fat and eat a vegan diet, but overall we try to push them towards plant-based or plant. You know, I mean, we went to a graduation party. I forgot that's why we were so busy Saturday. We had kids soccer. No, graduation was Sunday. Sunday we just had soccer, and then anyways, we had a busy weekend overall. But Saturday we were leaving, and I knew that we were gonna have to make food for ourselves, make food for the kids. So on the way home, we had stopped previously and done this before, but there was a Burger King on the way home, and Burger King has an Impossible Whopper that they sell that is plant-based option. They put mayo on it. I don't know if their mayo is free of eggs, but we just get it without the mayo. But we had the kids with us, and I was like, well, this will save us some time. We can go and get a couple we get some Whoppers for the kids and some fries, and that'll kind of, you know, we had about a half-hour ride home from there, but that kind of be their dinner, or at least it would help get them tied them over until we could do something. And I hadn't been, I'd been to a drive-through a little bit here with us traveling, but I guess I hadn't paid attention that much, or not, or maybe it just changed. But we went to the Burger King drive-through, and I couldn't believe the prices that everything was. Like, I mean, it's only been 11 months since I ate fast food, but, you know, and I know I was paying $7, $8 for value meals, maybe not. I mean, there was some meals were expensive, but nothing. I kind of had a whole system when it came to fast food when I was ordering it. But anyways, these Impossible Whoppers for the meal, it was almost $10 for and that was not just the Impossible. The regular Whopper was, there might have been a double Whopper, but the regular sandwiches were over $9 for the combos too. And it was crazy to me to see that. And like I said, I don't know that I was paying that much less, but I know I was paying less than $9.50 for a combo for a you know, like a Big King or whatever I would get from Burger King. You know, when I did the fast, I was kind of adding up all of the money that I had spent. I think in the end I did like September of 2020, and I had spent over $400 on fast food for myself. And I mean, if I was continuing on that diet, I can only imagine how much more expensive, you know, like if it was $420 or something that I spent, it would probably be close to 500 if, you know, with the increase in prices on this fast food stuff. I just couldn't believe how expensive it's getting. And I know they're all having issues with getting people. The one we went to said that they were hiring managers and had a $3,000 bonus on the sign, you know, so I don't think that they have the best staff. What else did I do? Oh, I stopped and got the kids something after soccer. I got them these, like those ices that they're blue and red, and I had ordered red ones, and they gave me blue ones at the McDonald's. I went to two, but I walked into that McDonald's because there was a gas station. I went to 2 fast food restaurants this weekend on the same day, but I didn't eat any fast food, but I did. We ended up, again, kids did well with soccer, kind of a little reward. We just got them those red whatever drinks from McDonald's, but they were blue, not red. It was funny because I asked Carrie as I was going, I was like, should I give them the red ones or the blue ones? She said, get the red ones. All right, so I ordered red ones. It says red ones on the receipt. She hands me 3 blue ones, and I just walked away. I wasn't even gonna. Okay. Carrie is clarifying it for me. We went to McDonald's on Saturday, and then we went to Burger King on Sunday. Okay, see, I knew, you know, it wasn't the same day. It seemed weird that it would have been the same day. And we didn't really get them food at McDonald's. That was just kind of a snack that I ended up getting because the world is not fair if your older sister gets a treat after soccer practice and you don't, even though you got a treat after your soccer practice that she wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it happens when you have 4-year-olds. Yeah, Carrie says not really any better, but yeah. But yeah, I couldn't believe how expensive the fast food is getting. If you guys are still eating fast food, you know, it's crazy. It's, you know, it's a lot of money you're spending that you don't need to be spending. I mean, I can say that, but I did spend money at fast food this weekend, so I can't be. But yeah, you know, and our kids do pretty good with those. I don't know if it's the way they prepare them or, you know, just that somebody else did it. I don't know. But I don't imagine, I don't know. Let's see if I have anything else to talk about here. I know I was going to talk about something. I told Carrie to remind me to talk about it. I forgot to tell her to remind me to talk about it. It might have even been that the Burger King was so expensive. That might have been what I was going to talk about. But yeah, I mean, it's just such a busy weekend. And we did, trying to think if we tried anything new for dinner or anything like that. We just kind of had leftovers. Carrie did make something new last night that was a sweet potato. Yeah, it was a sweet potato with corn and a bunch of other stuff. It was really good. It's just a matter of, we put avocado in it. So sweet potato, avocado, corn, and a bunch of peppers, kind of just mixed it all up. And it was the sweet potatoes mash up real nice. So I kind of skinned everything out of, they're called Mexican sweet potatoes. There you go. So anything, I know there was a chopped up jalapeno on the counter now that I think about it. So there was all kinds of stuff like that in there. But it was really good. You know, I kind of pulled all of the sweet potato guts out from inside the skin and mixed it all up and made kind of a mash. It was almost reminded me of like we would have like a shepherd's pie that Carrie used to make a long time ago with sweet potato, that it was kind of like that, you know. It is on your SOS Free Pinterest board. So Carrie has, if you go to the Discord, there's a link to her Pinterest that you can see all of our SOS Free stuff. I can probably get that link from you and put it in the description at some point. And then I can just say, hey, there's a link down below to Carrie's Pinterest with all of our recipes. So we'll get that figured out for in the future. But yeah, it was really good. You know, I wasn't sure what to expect of it because we don't really eat a lot of sweet potato, but you know, not, I guess, like that. I mean, I'm sure there's sweet potatoes in our, like the dishes Carrie makes, like that's part of something, but like to have like an open faced, almost like a baked potato and put toppings on it and mash it up, that's not something that we have a lot of sweet potatoes, and they are really good. So it might be something to, you know, that we have that again or more often. I think I'm going to get off. I don't think I have a whole lot more going on here today. Again, I appreciate you guys checking out the channel here and following along. The website this morning said we should eat sweet potatoes. That website. What website? That website this morning said we should eat sweet potatoes. I'm not sure. I'm sure it was something that I was paying really close attention to, and I'm not sure. Yeah, you know, we should probably eat more sweet potatoes. Probably should eat more greens, really. I need to eat more, probably kale and spinach. But anyways, it's been going good. I've been feeling great, so I feel like whatever I'm doing is working out well for me. I don't know. You came up with... Oh! That was okay. There was a video. That was a thumbnail from a video that the picture, it was, I don't know any, you know, I see so many videos, so many things on YouTube, but essentially it was, if you're eating whole food plant-based and you're not losing weight, or you're not getting to your goal, or you're fat and you're eating whole food plant-based, and it had a picture of, it said eat this and not that, and the eat this was a sweet potato with some greens and some other stuff, I'm not sure, and it was a really nice plate. And then it said, the picture that said don't eat this was a picture of a piece, it actually had the bag of Ezekiel bread in the background, but it was a piece of Ezekiel bread with avocado and stuff on top of it. And it was just essentially showing, you know, that there's lower calorie, higher volume options versus the Ezekiel bread and the nut butters and the avocados, which are higher calorie, lower volume in comparison to the sweet potato and the other things. And so that's what that was in reference to. I get it now. So, yes, eat high volume, low calorie foods, and that would be the best to do. So, what a day. So I'm going to get out of here, and I will be back on tomorrow. I don't know. I got to get this audio fixed because, like, I'm sure you can hear me do that. Like, you shouldn't be able to hear me touch things. And so it's because, or else I'm going to have to, I don't know. Maybe I'll troubleshoot it right now. See if, all right. You can still hear me now if I hit that button. All right. Check this out. Track. I don't know. It's not working. All right. Well, if I went mute there for a second, I didn't fix the problem. If I didn't, I'll check it out later, or I'll watch it in the replay or whatever to figure it out. I am going to have to cut this one down though, because it went, I had that 8 minutes of no audio. All right. Thanks guys for checking out my broadcast. If you haven't already, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon, turn on notifications. You'll get alerted when I go live, generally 4 p.m. on weekdays. Planning on going live tomorrow. Thursday's the only day this week that is kind of up in the air about whether or not I will go live. But other than that, I want to thank you guys again. If you haven't started a diet yet, get started on a diet now. There's no reason to wait. There's nothing coming up that's so important that you can't start your diet now. Because if that thing comes up again, are you going to go off your diet? Are you going to quit your diet because that comes up again? This is about changing your life and changing it, for good. And so whether you change it today or change it a week from now, it's still the rest of your life that you're going to be doing it, So there's nothing in the future that you're going to be, missing out on, really. So, and if you work, you can lose the weight, and eventually we'll all be to our goals, right? So I want to thank you guys for hanging out and putting up with me rambling here for the last little bit, and we will see you guys tomorrow.